Hi, Divas. It's Coach Twy here with Fyne and Fabulous, and happy Sunday. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how to lose 20 pounds in just 90 days. And we've had many, many ladies to do this. And tonight, we're going to be discussing how Miss Daria Cross did the same thing in one of our challenges. So I'm excited to bring her on. Excited that you are here tonight. If you are here, please say hi and say hello. Let us know that you're able to see us live. This is our first time, I guess, broadcasting through StreamYard to YouTube. So hopefully you're able to see us. We're going to have a quick chat, and that chat is just going to be all about how to lose weight in 90 days. And essentially, how can you lose 20 pounds before summer? So we are excited about bringing in our guest. Hi, Evelyn Holman. So nice to see you. Make sure that you add a friend. Hi, Cynthia Meeks. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I'm about to bring on our diva, Daria Cross. Ladies, say hi to Daria. Daria, say hi to the
Hi,
ladies.
ladies.
Oh, it's so
Hello.
nice. So nice. Hi, Barbara Galloway from Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, we're going to be talking about losing those dreadful 20 pounds. If we have some ladies on the call, if you want to drop down how many pounds you're interested in losing before summer, go ahead and drop that in the chat. Hi, Tamicia. Hey, girl. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you on here. How many pounds are you looking to lose this summer? So, congratulations, first off, to you, Daria, for reaching 20 pounds in 90 days. And now I believe you are at 27, almost 30 pounds. So you're at
Yeah,
almost a new milestone, right? So how does that feel? Hey, Cynthia Meeks.
it feels great. I've been trying to lose weight for a long time, and it just was been successful at it when I joined Fit, Fine, and Fabulous a few years ago, and then I would fall off and then come back. And now I've been steadily on the plan, and it feels great to lose all that weight. I'm aiming to lose more.
That is so amazing. I wonder though, what makes you one fall off and then what makes you get back on?
Falling off, I just lazy, don't want a meal plan prep. Just lazy.
Yes,
And
be honest. And then what makes you stop being lazy and just decide, hey, I need to get this going. Hey, Tammy Farr
what
Smith.
when I see the scale going up or when I don't feel good because I'm not eating right.
Oh, the scale kind of gets you back into the mode. Because what I've noticed about you, Daria, when you lose weight, when you come back, right? You may go away for a while, but when you come back, you go all the way in, and you are very, very, very consistent. How do you find your consistency? How do you find your consistency from going from I'm lazy, I don't feel like doing it, to not only am I doing it, but I am doing all the things and I'm doing it for months at a time. Like you're not just consistent for 1 or 2 weeks, you are consistent for months. And that is how you're able to reach the current 20. I think you're at 27.8, very close to 30 pounds at this point.
Okay.
How are you able to get that consistent?
Um, I self motivate, and also my dad is a big supporter of me losing weight. He is very concerned about my health as much as I am, or more. I think more at times, and he asked me about my weight loss and how I'm doing and how my meal planning and prepping is going.
That is so awesome to have a dad like that. Yes. Oh my goodness. Mr. Cross is on top of it. So we have some ladies who are dropping how many pounds they're looking to lose before summer. And we see Barbara Galloway is looking to lose 20 pounds. Evelyn Holman is down for 30 pounds. Cynthia Meeks is trying to lose 35 pounds. Tamicia Richardson is trying to lose 25 pounds. If you had to give them some advice, Daria, like what advice would you give them to encourage them to start their journeys of losing anywhere between looks like 20 to 35 pounds?
Ladies, I would say make sure you prep and plan every week, and stick to your meals. When you make them, eat them. If you forget them, find a healthy alternative, but don't make them and not eat them.
Oh my God. Isn't that like the big downfall? How many of us who are listening in will take the time to meal prep, but then don't eat the meals we prepped? We don't eat the meals we prep. How many, if you're guilty, type guilty in the chat. Well, Daria, tell me more about what keeps you motivated. I know you're saying it's self-motivation, it's also your dad, but how is Fit Fine and Fabulous able to help keep you motivated? What are some things in our group that helps you motivated? I do believe you have a partner. I think
I
she's pretty
do.
motivational too.
Cheryl is very motivational to me. We check in with each other every day, and then
Every day? Oh, that's
yeah, we send
awesome.
text messages.
That's so nice. Cheryl Mormon?
Yeah, Cheryl Mormon.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were in touch every day. That's super sweet and super awesome. Jessica Crawford's like, I'm guilty. I will meal prep the foods and not eat
Eat
them.
it.
Not only are you wasting time, but you are wasting money when
Money.
you do that. So it is very, very important. For one of the key things that I support and am communicating right alongside Daria is to meal prep, taking the time to plan your meals and then meal prep. It's like the foundation of weight loss. We talk a lot about this in Fit Fine and Fabulous. But Daria, tell us more about how you're able to lose the weight and get motivated. So one was definitely planning your meals. Ladies, planning your meals is one. The other is prepping your meals. The other is eating the
Oh,
food
yeah.
that you prepare. And what are some other tips, like especially when I don't know, it seems like when you turn it on, you're all the way on. How do you stay on? Like what keeps you in that I am going to do this mentality? Because sometimes, you fall in the rut like, oh, I just want to sit and eat this, or oh, I feel sad, so I want to do this, or oh, I'm overwhelmed, you grab a brownie or whatever. How do you, when you are on, how do you prevent going back and going backwards into old habits? What's helping you? What are you doing?
Well, seeing my progress, like noticing in my body and my face, helps me keep on plan. And then also, I make sure I don't keep snacks in the house, snacks that are bad
Oh,
for me.
oh,
I
oh,
see them in the store and I look at them and I walk right past them. I
all
used to like
right.
chips and cookies a lot, and I just look at them now and keep on going. Go to the outer edge of the store and get all the healthy stuff.
All the healthy stuff around the outer edges, but you don't get cravings for
I
your.
do get cravings
So what do you
occasionally.
do when you get those cravings? Like how do you prevent yourself? You just don't keep them in the house?
I don't keep them in the house, and I won't go out and get them. I'll eat some fruit.
Nice. Eating some fruit. So for the ladies who are on the call, how many of you are guilty of eating horrible snacks? Go ahead and raise your hand and type a one in the chat if that's you. If you are a snacker in between your meals and you end up eating things that you know are not here to support your goals, go ahead and type that one in the chat for me to let us know if that's you. Because Daria, I know that you're not alone in that, especially if you are. Just think back to the first couple of weeks. I think that was back in late October, early November when you first joined us again. How hard was it, especially during the holidays when there are all the holiday parties, there are all the holiday cakes, there just all those things. So how, because you were consistent through the holidays, through the new year, through Valentine, like you have been really, really on it. Like, so think back to when you first started and the cravings are the most strong. Like what held you down? Like what was it that kept you focused and not deterring and not going back right when you first started?
Well, I didn't attend any holiday parties because I work from home, so there was no work party and nothing like that. There was no church parties, so I didn't have any parties to attend, so that helped a lot. And I occasionally did eat a piece of candy or some chocolate during the holidays because
Oh,
I wanted it,
yeah,
and
well,
I just didn't overindulge.
that is a good tip. Did you hear that, lady? So then what we can say here is that you can have a little of what you desire, right? You don't have to go all the way in. And I see all the ladies who are dropping the ones in the chat, basically saying, hey, I am guilty of eating all the snacks and all. I'm also guilty of snacking in between healthy meals. And those are the things that are going to take you away from reaching your goals. So again, we want to repeat that some of the key things, if you are truly looking to lose 20 pounds by summer, is you need to be able to plan your meals. You need to be able to prep your meals. You need to be able to stick to your meals. And then you need to be mentally strong, not to be snacking all the time. But when you do snack, maybe have chocolate, maybe have a piece of cookie or something like that, that you don't go all the way in and go ham. Are there any other tips that you would like to share that'll help someone to start their journey who's interested in, hey, I need to lose weight. What can I do? What advice would you give to them?
Advice I would give to them would be to make a plan, set a goal for yourself, like how much weight you want to lose by what time frame, and then come up with little checkpoints how to reach that goal. Like lose this many pounds in this couple of weeks, lose this many pounds in the next few weeks. Instead of just saying, I want to lose like 40 pounds, break it down into smaller goals.
That is really, really, really good advice. So to the divas who posted earlier that I want to lose 35 pounds, I don't want to lose 25 pounds, you're seeing to start with more like 5 or 10, and then put a time frame around when do you plan on losing the first 5, the first 10, and then kind of incrementally get to that larger number versus focusing on all the way you have to lose. You want to focus on those small goals piece by piece. Now, hey, let's talk about food. So how hard is it to stay on track when your healthy food is nasty? Like, how hard is it to stay on track when you don't know what to eat? So I'm going to ask in the chat, how many of you are confused about what foods to eat, how much to eat, and when to eat? If that's you, type me in the chat. If you don't know what, when, or how much, what combination, if you are feeling confused about what to eat and all the things, go ahead and type me in the chat, because we're going to try and unlock some of the secrets there for you tonight, so that you can hear some of the things that Daria has been eating to help her get off her first 27, almost 28 pounds. She's reaching her next goal. So I have 2 questions, Daria. So you would say to not start with the big goal, which I love that advice. Great advice. Start with a smaller goal and then add on from there. Good stuff. So my first question for you is, what is your next goal? Because I think your first one was your first 15, and then you hit 20, and now we're about to hit 30. So my first question is, what is your next goal? And then my second question is, what did you eat the most of that helped you to get off your first 5, your first 10 pounds?
Okay, my next goal is 35 pounds.
35. Okay.
35.
Oh, you mean so right now you're at 27. So you mean so 9 pounds, right? Like 9 more pounds, the next 9 pounds. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So what are some things when you first started that you focused on eating that worked really well for you, that really helped you to get to your goal weight? What are some ingredients and maybe even some meals?
I love air fried chicken wings. Those are my favorite.
So
I
you're
love
trying to tell me you ate fried wings? Did you eat it almost every day or every week?
air fried wings. I ate them almost every day.
That's
And I had salmon. I like salmon, asparagus, broccoli, green beans, and I like the what is it called? The soup. The chicken detox soup.
the
That is
chicken
really
detox soup will get you all the way right and have you feeling full, and it's full of flavor. So you don't have to worry about being bored. Because ladies, when you are trying to eat healthy, one of the main things you have to do is get your food in order. Knowing what to eat that actually tastes good. So one of Daria's favorite recipes are the air fried chicken wings. And we definitely have that recipe. If you are interested in receiving that recipe, go ahead and drop the words air fried chicken in the chat. And when this live is over, maybe on tomorrow, hopefully, maybe we can even do it tonight. I could get my admin to drop the link to that recipe so you could start your own journey of losing weight. I know many of you who are on here have already tried the air fried wings. I see some ladies are saying some of the things that they are struggling with is knowing what to eat. Hey, Randon guy. Randa says knowing what to eat and eating the wrong things and always snacking. Jessica says it's how much to eat for me. How much to eat. Okay. Evelyn says she loves the air fried wings. Oh, yes, that is a great recipe. Hey, girl. So, all right, let's help them out. Daria, let's help them out. So, how many, when you are having your air fried wings and you are having a mentality of weight loss, how many is one serving for you of those wings? If you're just having like the wing or the flat, like the flat or the wing, how many flats, how many wings to, or even if it's together, let us know, like, what is one serving for you?
I eat the pieces together and I do like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, that's good. So a lot of times folks are trying to lose weight and they're thinking that maybe they should only do 2. That 4 is definitely too much. But 4 is probably the bare minimum. It's probably right where you need to be. So ladies who are on the call, we are here to tell you that when you are eating protein and you are not frying it in grease, that you are air frying it, or maybe you are baking it, that you should have a minimum of 4 ounces. And how do you know it's 4 ounces? Because you weigh it. You weigh it, right? You weigh it. You have to weigh your food, especially when you're first starting, because most of us are eating too few ounces. We're not eating enough food. So another thing is we're trying to lose weight. We're not eating enough food. So then we get hungry and then we snack. So you have to question yourself, like, why am I always snacking? Sometimes snacking isn't just emotional. Sometimes snacking is because you truly need to eat more food. So some of us are setting ourselves up for failure because we're not eating enough. Not eating enough. So for those of you who are on the live and you could imagine eating 4, she's talking about the whole wing, the flat and the drum together. That's and the wing, the whole thing. 4 of those. How many of you would have thought that was too much? If you thought that was too much, type of 2. Type of 2 if you feel like 4 wings would have been too much if you are eating healthy. But we are here to tell you that what you've been told in the past it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. That you need to eat more protein, and chicken wings are a great source of protein, especially if they're air fried. And eating 4 of those is a good source. Tamesia says she would have thought that was too many. It is not. So when you are doing just the flats, ladies, if you are doing just the flats, now you need to measure it, and it depends on how big your flats are. If you're eating just 4 flats, that's really not enough. You're really setting yourself up to be hungry later on. So the thing that helps you to stay full longer is a combination of protein, and it's a combination of fats, and it's a combination of healthy carbs. So you have to have, let's see, if you're doing flats and if you're eating the average size chicken, about 6 to 8 of those is one serving. 6 to 8. Yes, I know. You're like, I could eat 6 to 8. Ask Daria. Am I lying, Daria? Like many of us are eating way too few of even wings, of turkey burgers, of all the things, because you're eating those in smaller quantities. You're eating the healthy things as if they're unhealthy. So not only are you changing your food from bad food to good food, but then you're also restricting how much of the good food you should have. Don't do that, good sis. Make sure that when you are eating healthy, you have the opportunity to eat more. So Daria, can you share with the ladies, what do you eat with your, let's build a plate. Let's say that we were having lunch and you're serving air fried wings. So you would have 4 wings on the plate. What would you eat with those wings? And this is during your weight loss time, especially in the beginning. What would you eat with those wings during lunch?
Some broccoli and like a fourth a cup of sweet potato.
Oh my gosh. So did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Now she dropping some gems on you here. So 4 wings, and we're talking about the full wing, drum and flat connected with the little wing on it. 4 of those, and then probably about 2 cups of broccoli. And then she would also have a fourth of a cup of potatoes. Now you can mash those sweet potatoes, or you can make them into air fried fries. So a fourth of a cup, you can even do a half a cup. You can even do a whole half a cup of sweet potatoes. And Daria, I don't know if you use sauce, if you use ketchup, or if you use barbecue sauce, but those 2 things are allowed. So do you use condiments at all when you are losing your weight? What did you put on your wings, or what did you put on your sweet potatoes?
I bought that Ray's sugar-free barbecue sauce,
You
and
use that? Oh,
I
that's
use
great.
it's actually good.
It's
And I found
really,
some no sugar added ketchup
that's so good. That's
and
so
use
good.
that.
That's awesome. So, ladies, did you hear that? So, basically, Daria has lost almost 30 pounds by eating air fried barbecue wings and sweet potato fries with ketchup. And her healthy side is her broccoli. Now, I don't know if you put butter or salt or pepper. Like, how do you prepare your broccoli? Like, what are you doing with your broccoli?
Salt and pepper, pink
Salt.
salt and pepper.
Pink salt and pepper. So we have 4 full wings. We have 2 whole cups of broccoli, and then we have a half a cup of sweet potato fries. Now, you guys tell me in the chat, would you be full for 2 to 3 hours with a plate that's full of food like that? If you would be full, type full in the chat. FULL in the chat if you believe that that would keep you full and keep you from snacking, because that is the goal. The goal is to eat meals that are so filling and so nutrient dense that you would not go look for a snack, that you will feel satiated and comfortable from those foods, right? Tamicia says she would be full. Barbara says she would be full. Bernadette says she would be full. Annie says she would be full. Now, tell me this, though, ladies who are on the call, how many of you feel like you're not eating enough? If you're not eating enough, go ahead and type not in the chat, NOT. Cynthia Meek says she would be full. If you feel like one of your problems is you're not eating enough, go ahead and now that you hear this discussion, now that you hear what we're saying about how much you should be eating and how much you need to trust your body and how your body works, right? You need to trust this process and eat more food, because you're not eating a greasy McDonald's burger. You're not eating ribs. You're not eating potato chips. We're eating healthy food, so you could have more of it. Healthy food, volume food. You're able to eat more of it and lose more weight. So almost everybody on the chat, Daria, is typing not. We are not. So we can say one of the reasons that we are struggling to lose weight is because we're snacking too much. And I'm going to tell you, you're snacking too much because you're not eating enough. You're not eating enough. How many of you would like to hear Daria break down another meal? Go ahead and type a 5 in the chat if you want us to break down another one of her favorite meals. So we already had the air fried wings with the sweet potato fries. The air fried wings actually has Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It's the sugar-free version, which is deliciously amazing, right? That's the brand that I recommend all the time for not just your wings, but also your meatballs. Man, put that on your meatballs. It's crazy good. And then also you can use your Heinz organic ketchup, and usually that has a reduced amount of added sugar, right? You can't have sugar that has zero sugar in it. I'm sorry, you can't have ketchup that has zero sugar in it, because tomatoes in and of themselves have sugar, natural occurring sugar in them. So what you look for is zero added sugar. All right, everybody's dropping a 5. I see you, Barbara Galloway and Tamicia and Evelyn. They want to hear another recipe. All right, so for lunch, if that was your average lunch, Daria, can you help us? What would you have? What would be another lunch or another dinner that you would have as you were losing your first 30 pounds? What was a good meal for you?
Another good meal was the chicken detox soup. I would put chicken breast in it and then all the veggies I had in the house. I would put
Mm,
squash, zucchini, tomatoes, broccoli, whatever I had and whatever I thought would taste good in it. I put it in there. And then I would add in some turmeric, salt and pepper, the pink salt, black pepper, cayenne pepper. But I would put lots of chicken in it.
chicken. Chicken. So chicken detox soup, our Fit Fine and Fabulous chicken detox soup is another secret to your weight loss. Now, before I ask you, I'm going to ask the ladies, right? So in the chat, if you could share with us, how many cups of a detox soup do you feel that you can have and still lose weight? Especially if you're having it for dinner. How many cups, ladies, in the chat, if you could drop a number, how many cups of detox soup do you think is one serving? Again, we know that we're not eating enough, but be honest and tell us what you believe the answer to be. What do you believe the answer to be? C. Washington says 1. Bernadette Browner says 2. Tammy says 2. Barbara says 2. So most of the ladies are saying 2. And some of the ladies are saying 1. Daria, how much of this chicken detox soup were you having?
2 cups.
You were having 2 cups. Now, let me tell you guys something. If in your chicken detox soup, if you only have broth, vegetables, and chicken, you can have 3 cups of
Oh,
that soup. You
okay.
can have 3 cups of that soup. Of course, 2 cups work. They work just fine, especially if it's before you are going to bed, right? We want to be sure that we are eating things that are lighter. We're not eating as much in the evenings because we want to give our digestive tract a rest, right? But you could have 3 cups, and you know what 3 cups look like. We're talking about a measuring cup. The 3 cups in the measuring, I measure it out. And why? Because the broth is included in that. Like, how much is broth? Broth is like 5 calories, y'all. How much are veggies? Veggies are sometimes 0 calories. So literally, you could probably have 4 because we want to have a lot of the protein. Now, if in your chicken detox soup, you also have beans, which we sometimes do, right, Daria? Like we'll have garbanzo beans, or sometimes we'll have some different types of beans in our soup. Then we can take it back to 2 cups because we know that there's more protein, that there's more carb, more fiber, and all that in the beans themselves. But if you're just talking the chicken detox soup with broccoli and then all of your healthy veggies, girl, do 3 cups because you're just eating chicken and vegetables. That's all you have it. So enjoy that. Enjoy that. And you may as well get full off of that so that you are not looking for something else after you eat. Is that a problem for you? If you are always looking for another meal or another snack, or if you've eaten something salty, you need something sweet, or if you've eaten something sweet, you need something salty, you're looking for more, type more in the chat. Type more in the chat because it's important for you to realize since you are not eating enough. That's one thing. But sometimes we are not also eating the right combinations of foods. So we're just having the vegetables, and there's nothing in there that has fiber. There's nothing in there that has protein. So your body will crave, and that cravings turn into you eating all the wrong things, but your body will be craving for you to eat more food because it hasn't, the nutrients haven't been satisfied. And then sometimes we feel like, okay, well, I need chips. How many of you, tell me if this is you, tell me if this is me, go ahead and drop me in the chat if this is you, that you could eat a whole bag of chips, big bag, still be hungry. You can eat a whole hamburger, french fry meal, still be hungry. You can just keep eating and you're still quote unquote hungry. If that's you, let's be honest. Be honest with me, sis. Go ahead and drop a me in the chat. Me in the chat. I see C. Washington is being honest. She's like, that's me. I have like bottomless stuff going on. Archeria is being honest. She said, yep, that's me. So do you know what's happening, C. Washington and Archeria, when that's going on with you? Is that you're not actually hungry, but your body is looking for a nutrient. It is nutrient deficient. So it's still like, I know that was cool, but I'm still hungry for this. The thing is you have to be in tune, and you just have to know what's going on with your body. Candy, you have to know what's going on. Thank you for being honest and saying that's me. Because Lord Jesus, that was me. I could sit there, eat the whole bag of chips, then go on to some Cheetos, then go on to the donut. And then I have to say, what is wrong? Like how? And then pull out the cereal, then pull out other stuff. What's wrong is you haven't eaten any greens that week. What's wrong is you haven't eaten any protein that week. What's wrong? Like, why am I doing this? It's because your body is looking for real nutrients and real food, and you keep treating it with junk. You keep feeding it junk. So what it really needs, you're not giving it. So it's going to keep asking. Some of us are feeling that way because we simply aren't drinking enough water. Let's be honest, sis. So, Daria, how many ounces when you are off your game? How many ounces of water do you drink when you're off your game? And then how many ounces of water do you drink when you're on your game? Like,
When,
what's the difference between unhealthy Daria and healthy Daria when it comes to water?
when I'm off my game, I barely drink 40 or 50 ounces of water. And when
Mm,
I'm on my game, it's 65 or more. I try to aim for 80 to 90 ounces per day.
yes, absolutely. So a lot of us are feeling what we believe to be hunger. And
Correct.
this is hunger that is never going to be fulfilled with chips, never going to be fulfilled with cake. It's going to be an endless round of you going back for more and back for more. And then it's going to continue on into the next day. It's going to also affect your sleep. And then when it affects your sleep, it's affecting your hormones. When it affects your hormones, it affects your body and how you respond to food the next day. So how you're eating today affects your hunger for tomorrow. So somebody asked the question, so is that why after you have eaten, you're still not satisfied? Absolutely. That is why. That is why. But when you were taking your vitamins, when you were eating whole, complete meals, somebody in the chat type WHOLE, because that is the thing we need to understand the most, is that we need to eat complete whole meals that contain not just the protein, not just the veggie, not just the carb, but the whole thing together. Whole Candy's eyes are whole, Janice Davis whole, Zena B whole, the whole shebang. Otherwise, you'll be out here digging in that bag, digging in the bag, digging in the bag, and you don't want that part, Evelyn Holman. You don't want it. You don't want that. None of us want that. So, in addition to that, we're talking about water. Daria said when she's off her game, it's 50 something ounces, but when she's on her game, she's looking for like 85, somewhere in there, ounces. So sisters, let me ask you this. So not a lot of you are eating whole meals. How many of you are drinking at least 75 ounces a day? Drop your number of ounces that you drink per day in the chat without any shame. There is no judgment. We're a transparent group. We are here to celebrate Daria tonight and her consistency, and then also here to help encourage you so that you can see where your gaps are, so that you can see what you need to be doing to get to where you need to go, right, in the future. So Archer says she's at 74. Let's do it. Tammy said 60 to, oh my eyes, I can't see the second number. I think it's 75, but let's do it. Zena says 4 ounces. Is that right? Oh, girl, I need to put on my glasses. Hold on, Zena. Let me get my glasses. 50-year-old eyes for you. Oh, I can see so much better. Zena, it does say 4. Oh my goodness, friend, you have to drink so much more water. Girl, it's really impacting you. Candy says 64. We could do a little bit better, but that's good, Candy. Bernadette says 32 to 40. Bernadette, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to raise it from that 32 to 40. And this week, can we hit 50 to 60? Let me know in the chat. Bernadette, can you hit 50 to 60? Tammy says 60 to 75. Evelyn says 32 to 40. Just like Bernadette, Evelyn, 50 to 60 this week. Cynthia Meeks, you are on it. Zena said it's been bad, but guess what? Why is water important, you guys? Why is water important? Water is not just important because you're going to mistake your hunger. Did you know this? And I say this all the time, but I don't know if there are any new ladies on the chat that thirst and hunger feel the same. Thirst and hunger feel the same. So if you are thirsty, you're going to think you're hungry and you're going to go eating, but then you're still going to be hungry because you're actually thirsty. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Type yes or no in the chat if that makes sense. You could be out here eating because you feel like a hunger pain, but what you really have is a thirst pain. So you go out eating, but then you stay hungry, but you're really thirsty. You stay thirsty. Okay, so sis, get your drink on. Somebody was like, Bernadette says, oh no, I don't like water. I will try. Ooh, you have triggered me. Daria, I have been triggered. She says she will try. And you know, me and try, I'm not a fan of the word. We're either going to do it or we're not going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay. We're drinking more. All right. So Bernadette says she's not a fan of water. I don't know why you're not a fan of water, but what you can do, sis, my good sis, is you can sit here and infuse your water. I add mint, lime, ginger to my water, let it sit in there overnight, and it tastes so good the next day. So good the next day. Bernadette, can you try that? Do you think infusing your water will help you? Ladies, yes or no in the chat. Will infusing your water help you? I don't know if it will. Another thing you can do is eat more water-based foods. Foods that have more water. Girl, all the vegetables are basically water. All of them. Cucumbers, broccoli, all of that stuff, just eat them because then you can eat your water. Bernadette says she will infuse her food. She will infuse. Yes, it'll infuse your water, sis. It will help, I think. So there's other combinations that I think you're going to like. Combinations like orange and basil. When I infuse the orange and the basil leaf overnight, the next day that water off the chain. Orange and basil is another good combination that I absolutely love. So you could try that. Mint all by itself is a winner. But mint and pineapple also helps your stomach. It also helps with digestion. It also helps settle you. So there are certain water combinations. I call them water cocktails. And Bernadette Brona, I do believe that you are a part of Fit, Fine, and Fabulous. Make sure that you ask in our chat, like, hey, I need the water recipes. I will make sure you get those. I don't want to forget. So make sure you ask in the chat in our app so that we can get that answer for you. Because I have tons of food recommendations. So you can either eat your water, eating more water. You could drink infused water. Another thing you can do is just drink more herbal tea. Now, herbal tea is just basically infused water because you're infusing the water with herbs. Ideally, it would be pure water, but girl, guess what? You're going to get this hydration how you live. So you're going to get it how you live. So if you are good with herbal tea, try you some herbal teas. And my favorite herbal tea, I have to get the brand for you, sis, but it is a combination of peach and orange. Peach and orange blossom. And then I add stevia. You can't tell me I'm not drinking sweet tea. You can't tell me nothing. I'm drinking some good sweet tea. Now, it could be hot in my fake Starbucks cup, or it could be cool. You can add ice to it. Either way, right? Ideally, you want to do infused water, but if your back is up against the wall, you like, I need to get hydrated. Because let me tell you about hydration. Y'all, if you're not hydrated, you can't lose weight. You can't maximize your weight loss. That might be your weakest link. Is you not drinking water. So Daria, can you tell the ladies what are some tips that you follow to get your water game together? Like, how do you go from drinking a not so much amount, but then when you're focused, drinking more? Like, what are some tips that you do to get your water game up? And ladies in the chat, if you don't mind dropping some of the tips that you have so that you can share with other ladies too, let us know.
I like putting lemon and lime in my water,
Ooh,
or and sometimes I just drink it plain. I like water a lot, and I can tell when I'm not drinking enough. My mouth feels so dry because I
yeah.
talk on the phone all day for work, and my throat starts to get itchy, and my tongue feels weird. So I know I'm not drinking enough water, and I do increase my water.
Mm.
So to make that feeling go away. But yeah, I sometimes put flavoring in my water, but I can drink it plain and it doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you. But when it comes to just being reminded to drink water, or if you're starting the day and ending the day, how do you fit it all in? Like, what are some tips that you use to get all the water in?
I keep the water right at my desk. The
Keeping the water
bottles of
close
water.
to you.
Yeah, I keep 4 to 5 bottles of water. I keep 2 to 3 at a time, and then when I drink those, I go and grab some more and put them right by my desk.
I do the
So that
same thing. I have my Fit Fine and Fabulous water bottle. Sometimes I don't infuse my water, and if I forget, it's water prep. If I
yeah,
don't prep my water, if I don't have enough time to prep my water, I have water bottles and I have them all, like, I can grab, I have them all on my desk all at once. Overdo it. It's better to have more than not enough at
enough.
all, right? And
Right.
so we want to keep the habits that we want to have endure. We want to make those things the easiest for us. So if keeping it close to you is the best thing, then do that. It's called setting your environment up for success, which is what meal prep is. It's setting up your environment for success. It's not making it harder for you to eat healthy. It's not making it harder for you to take your vitamins. So, for example, ladies, if you're trying to build a new habit and you want to take your vitamins, then we need to put our vitamins where we are. Don't put your vitamins in the cabinet up top and with the door closed. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. Your feng shui or your kitchen might be thrown off, but put the vitamins on the counter. You're more likely to take them. Is this true or false? Drop it in the chat. Don't you agree that eyes eyes on something will trigger you to, okay, yeah, let me take this, versus you putting it in the cabinet? True or false in the chat? Some more tips. Evelyn Holman says she likes cucumber, lemon, ginger, and mint water. Yes, that is our sassy water. I love that. Cynthia says she drinks water plain, but sometimes she adds lemons and cucumbers, ginger and lime. Barbara says, ladies, if you're in menopause, do you know that drinking a glass of water helps with your flashes? Yes, drinking the water helps with so many things. So, sis, if you are really trying to drink more water, I need to see your desk lined up with water bottles you haven't drank yet. That's water prep. Prep your desk for success. So if you're at work and you know that I don't need to be drinking water right before I get in my car to go home, if you know that, then you should drink X number of bottles before it's time to go home, up to 2 hours before it's time to go up. When it's 2 hours before home, you're not drinking no more water. So between now and 2 hours, two hours before it's time to go, this number of bottles I'm drinking is right here, lined up. Water prep. Prep your water. So not just with spices, but also with visibility. Also with visibility, right? Another thing with water, water helps you lose weight. Not just because it helps to keep you full and not have that hunger feeling, but literally, water is what your body uses to um, repair your muscles. Did you know that? Yes or no in the chat. Water is the gap that your body feels when you break your muscle, when you're lifting weights, it fills it with water. Did you know that? Yes or no in the chat. Number two, when you are losing weight and the fat is leaving the fat cell, your body fills that fat cell with water first. Did you know that? Yes or no in the chat. Did you know that? Yes, it does that. Fat cells never go away. They don't go away, y'all. They don't go away. But what they do is flatten and grow, flatten and grow. And your body is so distrusting. It's so distrusting of what's going on in the world. What happens is when the fat leaves, so let's say this is the fat cell. When the fat leaves, the water gets poured in. The water is there. I don't know for how many days. It depends on your body. Depends on your body. But the water eventually goes away when it sees the consistency of your health, of your healthiness. It's like, okay, then the cell actually flattens. When you were consistently eating healthy, it releases that water. Why is it releasing the water? Because you're drinking water, because you're eating healthy, because you're eating water, you're eating foods with water in it. It trusts you again, and it can release the water that it puts in the fat cells. The body doesn't trust because the body is made to protect you, and sometimes the body has to protect you from you. So without water, you're not optimizing your fat loss. You can lose weight faster if you drank more water. If you understand how your body works, you can lose weight faster. So one of the primary things you need to know is that your fat cells are filled with water before it completely flattens. And that is why. Tell me if this has ever happened. You're eating right, but the scale never moves. My scale is not moving. But then all of a sudden, you wake up one day and you've lost 3 pounds. You're like, now what kind of mess has that happened to you, Daria? If you just
Yeah.
woke up and you've lost like a crazy amount in just one night, you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
Has that happened to you on the call? Yes or no in the chat? And really what that is, we call it the whoosh, the swoosh. Your body has finally released the water it was holding in the place of the fat. It says, okay, I guess we healthy. I can release this water because it's holding it in case the fat come back. I'm gonna hold this spot because I know she plays with me. That's how I think my body is talking to me. It's like I'm gonna hold this water because it's coming back because I know she's gonna trip and eat another Whopper, eat another pizza. I'm gonna hold this on. I'm gonna hold it for her. And then eventually it sees, oh, she's serious. Let me release this water and get flat. The fat cells never go away, but they do flatten. They do flatten, right? Now, with water also, water is repairing your muscles. Water is moving toxins out of your body. Water is helping to facilitate hormone balance. Water is helping you to think more clearly. Sis, so if you're drinking 4 ounces, do you know how tired? I don't know how tired you actually are, but I could guess. But I can tell you how much more energy you will have when you drink water and you drink juices. That's another thing. Who was that? It wasn't Barbara. It was let me scroll and see. Who was it? Bernadette. That's another thing you could do. You could juice fruit. If you are like, I hate water, you can also juice fruit because most of that is water with flavor. So when you are juicing watermelon, that's a lot of water, but it's also flavored. And I am in love with stevia. I juice fruit and I put stevia in it. And you can't tell me I'm not drinking some bad juice. When I mean bad, I mean like sugar filled, all of that. But I am not. I am absolutely not. So these are like food hacks, food things that you can do to make the food taste good and still last long. Daria, were you doing any juicing with us? I don't remember if you juiced with us or not.
No, I was reading along, but I never did juice. I have a juicer. I just never used it.
Girl, you got to get the juices. So you don't necessarily have to juice to lose weight, but it
Right.
does give you like because it's a huge burst of energy. You're literally getting the minerals, the vitamins straight into your bloodstream because there's no fiber to block it. When you have pineapples, apples, cucumbers, those types of things, the skin has fiber in it, and that fiber slows down the way that your body absorbs the minerals and the vitamins into your body. But when you juice, you're removing all of that. And so that means you are getting it's almost like an IV, a straight IV of energy. I can tell you every time I juice, I struggle with going to sleep because I have that much and I could do stuff. It was like, oh, I'm just all over the place. So if you're struggling with energy, juicing is something that you should consider. Oh my goodness, Daria, thank you. This has been such a great conversation about health. So let's talk about one more meal. Would you mind sharing about breakfast? What about breakfast? How does what is some of the one? Give me one breakfast meal that you've eaten to help you lose your first 5, 10, 15, even 20 pounds. Like what's one meal that's just been consistent for you for
Um,
breakfast?
Scrambled eggs with turkey bacon.
Oh, okay. Love that. So let's go to the chat though. Let's go to the chat. So Daria says one of her most healthiest breakfasts. And Daria has been consistently eating healthy since October, you guys. I have not seen her gain weight since October. True, right, Daria? You have literally lost weight every week
Yep.
since October. Now, the first week I saw you not gain, but you didn't lose either, was last week.
Right.
All the other weeks, she lost weight every week. That's a long time to lose. That is amazing. So now this week, because you didn't lose last week, but you didn't gain either, probably need to make some changes to your plan so that your body can respond. But one of the consistent meals she's been eating is eggs and turkey bacon.
And it's one whole egg, and then I use egg whites for the
Right.
rest.
So I was about to ask the ladies, how many eggs and how many strips of turkey bacon would you think is one serving? Let us know in the chat. How many eggs, how many turkey bacons is one serving if it were you? If it were you. Because the big thing is us understanding what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat it, and what combination of foods to eat. These are the things that we teach in Fit, Fine, and Fabulous. And we want to educate and encourage Black women to get out and just cook and eat your healthy foods. You do not have to buy the meal prep service things. It costs so much money in order for you to eat healthy. You can go to the grocery store and make these choices yourself. So in the chat, how many eggs, how many turkey bacon are one serving? Zena says 2 eggs, 2 bacon. That's a good breakfast for her. Anyone else want to offer up? Thank you, Zena, for your vote. Anyone else? Come on, ladies. 2 eggs, 2 bacon. What else? I got some feedback that I want to give on Daria and her breakfast, and then on anyone else who wants to guess. I guess it's just gonna be Zena. Okay, Candy says 1 egg with yolk, then 1 egg with the yolk, and 3 slices of turkey bacon. Cynthia Meek said that's my favorite meal. 2 eggs, 2 turkey bacons. All right. I'm about to give y'all some feedback. Archer says 1 egg, 2 turkey bacon. Now I have to tell all of y'all that y'all not eating enough food. That's not a full breakfast. Let me tell you why. 1 egg is 70 calories. 70 calories. So if you are eating 7 with the yolk, right? If you are eating 2 eggs, then you're eating 140 calories. 2 slices of turkey bacon, I want to say, what's that? It's like 50, 75 calories. So you're not eating enough food. You're not eating enough food. What you need to be eating, if you're going to do whole eggs, at least 3. 70 times 3, 210. 210, at least 3 eggs. And that's not it. So if you're doing turkey bacon, you can have 2 to 3 slices of that. Look at the calories in that. You can have more, right? You need to be able to read the nutrition panels and create a plan that includes the proper amount of food. If you don't eat enough, you won't be able to lose weight either, right? You won't even be able to sustain it. So when this past week, I lost 7 pounds, 7 pounds in 5 days. Thank you, coach. 7 pounds, 5 days. Every morning, do you want to hear my breakfast? I'm about to break y'all down, about to break my breakfast down. I've been posted it. I post it every day in the group. And I love this breakfast. I'm eating that breakfast this week again because I genuinely love it. Okay, so I do about what? I cut up asparagus because I just love asparagus, y'all. I do 3 fried eggs. In the pan, I use Pam, and I'm like with Daria. Daria like pink salt. I love pink salt too. I do pink salt and pepper, 3 eggs. I crack them in the pan. Pam it, then I put the 3 eggs. Then I have asparagus. It's about 6 spears, but I cut them in half. So I'll do, because the end of asparagus is hard. You're not supposed to eat that. So I cut off the end, and then the long spear, I cut it in two. I like the tip of it, the part that's like a little flower. I like that better than I like the stalk. So I'll have the the flowery part of the asparagus one day and then the stalk part the next day. But that is about 6 to 7 of those. So 3 eggs, about 6 or 7 asparagus, like a half of asparagus. Then I also have a half of avocado, a half of an avocado. Then I also have 1 cup of berries. 1 cup of berries. So what did I just describe? I described eggs and bacon, which are protein. Then I described berries, which are the carbs, and the asparagus, carbs. Then I described the avocado, which is a fruit, but it is a healthy fat. All of those things together. I don't really count calories. I just eat healthy. I just know that keeps me full. My first meal is usually at 10. I don't eat again until 2. And I'm not hungry. Now I do get hungry around 2:33. Like, don't come around. I need to eat between 2 and 3. But at 2, I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta eat. I'm not like that. And that's about 4 hours, which is the limit. I don't go past that. Even though I'm not hungry, I don't go past it. I don't go past it. So you need to be eating enough food that will carry you to your next meal so that you don't feel the need to snack, because sometimes our snack choices aren't the best. And I'm telling you, this is what I've been eating for the whole week and lost 7 pounds doing that. So your breakfast should be your biggest meal. So if you're going to eat breakfast big, right? If you want to, skimp on dinner, don't skimp on breakfast, because breakfast is how it's fueling your day. It's giving you energy. It's getting you hyped for whatever it is you're doing. So you need to be sure that you're eating enough food. Does that make sense? Yes or no in the chat? So y'all, with the 2 eggs and the 2 bacons, at least have 1 more egg and at least add some berries. Another option is for you to do 1 whole egg and 3 egg whites. Y'all need to the protein lives in the whites, the egg whites. Protein is in the egg whites. The yolk carries healthy fats. It carries minerals and stuff. Some of us who have high cholesterol shouldn't be eating all those yolks. So be careful. Be careful. Okay. So I'm just been talking there. I've been just talk. I'm so appreciative of you kicking it off, because I take it and I just keep. So we got water. We got food. Did you work out? Did you work? Girl,
No.
can we underscore that? Can we underscore Zena? Zena, she didn't work out. Cynthia Meeks, Bernadette, she's headed. I'm gonna say this right here, Daria. This is your week to hit 30 pounds. You are 3 pounds away from 30 pounds. I feel like this your week.
Okay.
Right. I feel like this is your week and you're going to hit that 30 pounds. And Miss Thing will hit 30 pounds not working out. Do you walk?
Yes, I walk a little bit.
Now, how many steps a day you taking?
Well, my Fitbit broke and I haven't bought a new watch yet. I'm planning on investing in an Apple Watch. So I would say probably around 5,000.
5, the girl, not just about half of what they say to do. You out here losing 30 pounds. So what does that tell you guys on the call? What is more important? Is it food or fitness? Drop your answer in the chat. Daria is your proof. She's your proof. She out here leading the way, eating right. And when you are able to eat consistently, like Daria is, you are able to see what works and what doesn't work. But when you add a cookie, you add the snacks, and you add all that, you can't even tell what is working and not working because you keep adding junk to it. So she's eating consistently, and she's helping us make these statements to be true. Is it food or is it fitness that's most important? Janice says food. Evelyn says food. Archer says food. Sisters, not only are you not eating enough, but some of y'all are worried about working out and you shouldn't be. Take the time that you're working out. If you're not eating right, you shouldn't be working out. That's what I say. What you think, Daria? If they are not eating right, if they are not meal prepping, they shouldn't even be in nobody's gym. That's what I say. What you think about that?
I agree with that.
So if y'all are out here talking about I'm going to lift weight, what you're going to do is set yourself up for failure doing that, because when you work out, it increases your hunger, right? Because your body's like, I need fuel for what I'm doing. So if you're already eating badly and you don't have a habit of eating healthy, what kind of food you think you're going to go to? Does it make sense now? Yes or no in the chat? So you got your priorities mixed up. You need to focus on your food first. Focus on your food first. And then what you really need to focus on, how much am I eating? What am I eating? When am I eating it? That's your focus, not the workouts. Let that be your focus the first 30 days of your journey, and watch your body transform. Barbara says junk. That's true. When you start working out and you haven't mastered your food, the thing you're going to turn to is junk. And you're going to be like, why I losing no weight? And why I can't control not eating this? Because you haven't mastered it. Because you haven't figured out what's your combination of foods. Daria has unlocked what her good, healthy foods are. A lot of us already know what our bad foods are, what our junk foods are. Isn't that true? If y'all already know what your favorite junk foods are, type junk in the chat. Don't you already know that you prefer hot dogs over hamburgers, that you prefer wings over pizza, that you prefer the mac and cheese over the yams, that you prefer the cornbread be sweet versus dry? You already junk. If you already understand and know your junk food, type junk in the chat. You're like, I know, you have mastered that. You know exactly what to eat to be fat. I'm just putting it out there. You know how to be fat. You know what to do. We know we're going to get this. We're going to get that. Ooh, we know how to be fat girls. We know how to be fat. Don't we know how to be fat girls, Daria? Oh,
Yes.
baby, we don't have to think about that. Oh, I got you with the eating. I'm going to get my cake. I'm going to get my cook. We know how to be fat girls. Who? How many of us know how to be healthy girls? How many of us know the food I love that's healthy? Do you know healthy foods that you love? Can you say that, Daria? Can you say that you know healthy food that you actually like? Do you
Yes.
have recipes that you're like, I like this? Like, I don't even have to eat bad because I actually like this healthy. Like, I don't even have to do that because I like this. Like, and this is getting me closer to the body I want. This is getting me off of my high blood pressure pills. This is getting me off of this dropping my A1C. So why would I eat that when I have this and this tastes better?
Right.
Right? Like, why? So you're learning from March is to understand and realize what are your healthy foods. Because I don't know about you, I'm in my healthy girl era. If you're in your healthy girl era, type healthy girl era in the chat. Or what is that? HGE in the chat. Healthy girl era. We are unlocking what it means to eat healthy. What foods do I like? What makes me go, oh, this is good? Like, you have to keep searching for that, because all your life you've had to fight against the junk food that's in your face. They make that real easy. But nobody out here dropping healthy recipes They want you to be that way because then you're dependent upon their pills that you have to pay them for. It behooves them to keep you the way you are. Healthy girl era. I'm in my random guy, I'm in mine. And so we are going to figure out what foods we like and we're going to stick those. What do we do with the foods we like? Daria, I don't know about you, but I print the recipe and I put it in the binder. I don't
Yeah.
know how you find your healthy recipes. I know you have a database of recipes. I know I gave a healthy recipe recipe book. A lot of things. So how do you keep up? Or sometimes you just use the website, or sometimes you use the app. Like, how do you organize your healthy recipes so that you can easily go back to them?
I use the website, and then I printed some of them off and put them in a binder before.
Yes. I'm in my healthy girl era, and I'm looking for some girls who want to be in their healthy girl era too. So if you are interested in joining Fit Fine and Fabulous, it's free. It's on Facebook. I drop recipes, I drop all the things. But if you are watching this on YouTube, please go out to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be dropping some recipes this month, some new ones, some healthy recipes that you could try to see if this is going to be a part of your healthy girl rotation. You can see like, oh, I might like this. Everything I post tastes good. It tastes good to me anyways. I don't post nothing that's nasty. Not doing it.
I
Right?
also like the say no to Chipotle bowl. I had that last week. That was really good.
Well, that is another recipe that I used to lose 7 pounds. Baby, that tastes so good. Let me give you a tip about that. And the crunchy salad. Remember the crunchy salad? It had I don't know if you tried it, but it had the pistachios and all this other stuff in it. And what I did with that one, did anybody on the call who tried the crunchy salad? Type crunch on the call, because I ran out of all the other ingredients and I just had the seasoned meat. It's ground turkey I use, and I just had shredded cabbage. And what I did was I mixed a tablespoon of chipotle mayo. I mixed a tablespoon of the organic ketchup, and I added garlic powder, and I mixed that together. And that looks like McDonald's Big Mac sauce. It becomes this color that looks just like Big Mac sauce. And it tastes so good. I take that and I mixed it with my meat and the lettuce, and that tasted like a Big Mac. That's pretty much the Big Mac recipe, right? The Big Mac salad recipe. So when I ran out of all the other ingredients to make that vinaigrette salad that we had for the Crunchy Girl, I did a Big Mac salad. And that was my lunch one day. And baby. So what you have to find are healthy recipes that make you feel like that make you feel like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. So the key is recipes. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you like this video. Y'all do me a favor. And can y'all help me congratulate Daria? Because she is the most consistent. I am so proud of her. I'm so proud of you, Miss Daria. Congratulations to you on your consistency, on staying strong, on your next goal to hit 35 pounds, because the 30 probably coming this week. You're going to hit that 35 definitely before the end of March. You probably going to hit 50 before summer come running around here. If you keep going like you're going, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yes. So if you're interested in joining us, make sure that you follow our channel. Make sure that you join us on our Fit Fine and Fabulous free group. If you're interested in joining any one of our programs, you want to become a part of our membership or any one of our future challenges that we do to help Black and brown women over 40 lose weight, feel better about themselves, take control of their health, you can definitely join us anytime we are advertising a program. But for now, I just want to celebrate Daria. I want to spend this night celebrating Daria. And if tonight inspired you, would you mind leaving that in the comments? Would you mind saying that the conversation with Daria was inspiring or was encouraging or helped me to have aha moments? So whatever this did for you, would you mind sharing that in the chat? It helps us. It helps us to know that we've touched and reached you. And Daria, look at all the ladies Anita Powell, Cynthia Meeks, Zena B, Bernadette Browner, all these ladies are saying congratulations to you. And I salute you. I salute you too. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to help guide your progress and to watch you grow, Sarah. It's so awesome.
Thank
And
you.
if there's something you want to say to the ladies on the call about their journey, about your journey, about anything health and wellness relate, I'm going to give the floor to you so that you can have the last word to these wonderful ladies who've been watching for the past. Wow, we've been on the call for an hour. You know I could talk, girl. You know I could talk. Go ahead and say your last words, Dee.
So, ladies, don't give up. No matter what happens, if you gain weight one week and lose the next, keep at it. Sometimes you're going to gain or not lose at all. Or you may lose a percentage of body fat and not lose any weight. But you got to be consistent and stay with it. Don't give up.
Amen. Thank you, Daria, for
You're
sharing your
welcome.
words of wisdom, your favorite foods, having this discussion. Thank you to all the ladies. I think it was about 20 or 30 ladies on the call tonight, in and out. Thank y'all so much for celebrating and supporting Daria. Make sure to like this video to show your support for Daria. And if you didn't watch it live, make sure that you drop a hashtag replay in the chat. We would love to know for those who came back to watch it. Make sure that you forward the video so that others too can be inspired. March is National Nutrition Month. So we're going to focus on our nutrition this month, and we welcome you to join us. Make sure that you subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much, ladies. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.